the craziest things happen in the world of acting, and certain events really make you do a double take because they just sound too unreal to be true. The first mind-blowing thing that you might not know about the industry is that male actors sometimes get paid 5 times more than their female counterparts. While we all know pay gaps are a thing all around the world, the numbers in Korea are actually mind-blowing. Seunghee, for instance, earned around 200 million won per episode for her role in The Glory. On the other hand, Kim Soohyun earned 500 million won per episode for One Ordinary Day. That's more than double the amount, which is insane. What's also extremely crazy is that it took the creator of Squid Game over 10 years to get his show picked up by a network. Considering Squid Game is now one of the most watched series on Netflix, that's actually unimaginable, but it really is true. Hwang Dong-hyuk, the man who created the show, explained that networks thought his idea was just too complicated and simply unachievable. He created the concept in 2009, and after 10 years, Netflix decided to risk it all, only for the show to become their biggest hit. Something that sounds absolutely unbelievable but is true is that Lee Jong-ha gained about 30 kilograms for his role as Kim Bong-sok in Moving. This rookie was definitely determined to leave a good impression because the dedication is actually mind-blowing. The rapid weight gain even took a toll on his health, as he said, "I was worried because my body got heavier after gaining weight, but after losing it I became lighter and felt healthy because I exercised while adjusting my diet." Jong-ha definitely made his mark on the industry, that's for sure. Having a good grip on your emotions when you're an actor is very important, but sometimes things just get a little too emotional on set. Girls' Day's Yeri had to film a scene in Reply 1988, during which her character hears her grandmother has passed away. The heartbreaking fact is that this was filmed a day after Yeri's real-life grandmother had passed. Sharing her feelings, Yeri said, "This situation became reality, so it was very hard for me." This crazy coincidence caused lots of tears to fall on set, even after finishing filming the scene. The next fact is that a lot of K-dramas are actually filmed at the same location. One of the most overused locations has to be the River Cafe in Seoul. This cafe gives guests the perfect view over the Han River, so it automatically makes the perfect backdrop for any K-drama. You've probably seen it before, since the location was used in some of the most popular dramas. It was used as a backdrop in Beauty Inside, Extraordinary Attorney Woo, and even Hometown Cha-Cha-Cha. Another really crazy fact is that Shin Minna's transformation in Oh My Venus took so much time and effort that the crew started to get concerned for her well-being. She played the role of a chubbier girl, and to get the look down she had to put on a weightsuit that made her look heavier. It took at least 3 hours to prepare the special makeup for each shot, and then she had to film for 15 to 20 hours. In the first 5 episodes, she had to put on makeup 25 times, so you can imagine how tough it was on her. Due to the tiring process, she ended up losing weight, which had quite some people concerned. In the end, she was fine, but it's definitely a crazy filming experience. If you watched Crash Landing on You, you were probably obsessed with Siri and Captain Ri, but did you know Sun Ye-jin and Hyun Bin are actually married in real life? They officially met in 2014 at an event, then crossed paths again in 2017 when they were working on The Negotiation, but it wasn't until they bonded on the set of Crash Landing on You that they started developing feelings for each other. Viewers could feel the tension between them through their screens, and finally in 2021 they shared their relationship with the world. Of course, fans were ecstatic, but they were even more excited to find out the two were getting married. Now they're happily married with a son, and we wouldn't have wanted it any other way. While most actors struggle a lot to even get an audition, Kim Tae-hee had it quite easy. Did you know she was cast on the street? That almost sounds hard to believe considering her incredible talent and huge success. Tae-hee shared that she was actually stopped by an agent while she was taking her train to school. They offered her a modeling job, and shortly after she was the face of multiple commercials. Eventually she got acting jobs as well, and, well, the rest is history. Another seriously shocking fact is that Park Eun-bin initially rejected playing the part of Young Woo in Extraordinary Attorney Woo. During the 2023 Baeksang Arts Awards, she even won a D-Sang for her amazing performance in the series, so it would have been a crime to let anyone else play the part. The truth is, she rejected the offer multiple times because she believed she wouldn't do a good job at representing someone on the autism spectrum. Eventually, she gave in and accepted the part, and everyone is more than glad she did. We're all aware by now that crazy things happen on filming sets, but this next fact is a little more chilling. Back in 2022, staff members of the drama King of Tears Lee Bong-won were accused of animal cruelty after a horse passed away on set due to a dangerous stunt scene. Reportedly, the crew tied the horse's hind legs and made it run at full speed, causing it to fall headfirst and injuring its neck. Unfortunately, the horse passed away a week later, making this experience incredibly tragic. Some dramas can be incredibly hard to watch, but can be even more disturbing for actors to film. It turns out that playing a psychopath in Strangers from Hell actually took a serious toll on Lee Dong-wook. He shared that while he knew it was all an act, he noticed that his role started to change him. He said, "My friends told me that my eyes have changed. In fact, one day I looked into the mirror after washing my face and I was unfamiliar with myself." Luckily, Dong-wook pulled himself together again, but the experience was disturbing nevertheless. It's an understatement to say that everyone has been obsessed with Alchemy of Souls, but could you imagine the show without Lee Jae-wook as the lead? Surprisingly enough, that actually almost happened, because he initially turned down the role. Explaining his thoughts back then, he said, "It was too difficult, and I wondered whether I'd be able to pull this project off well. It's safe to say we're all glad he took on the job anyway." Nowadays, Kim Soohyun is one of the most popular actors in the entertainment industry, but as a rookie, directors didn't like him at all. When Soohyun was just starting out, he was criticized a lot for his looks, and netizens even called him ugly for having a big nose. This is almost unimaginable, considering how much he gets praised for being handsome now. Not only did he receive backlash for his looks, he was also rejected from starring in Boys Over Flowers. This was a turning point in his career because shortly after he became a national sensation. Now onto something extremely mind-blowing, which is the fact that the budget for the new drama Moving is said to be around 60 billion won. This is around $45 million, making Moving the most expensive K-drama of all time. The drama that's right behind this is Arthdal Chronicles, which is reported to have cost about 54 billion won. The legend takes home the prize of being the third most expensive K-drama ever, as its budget was 43 billion won. With these types of expenses, the money better have been worth it. There's no denying that Ji Chang-wook is an amazing kisser, but shockingly enough, it turns out he actually really dislikes filming kissing scenes. In the past, he complained about the amount of kissing scenes he had to shoot in Healer, saying, "When I looked at the scripts and saw that a kiss was written in, I would sigh and think, again?" Due to the overwhelming amount of romantic moments in the series, he started to dread every single one of them. He explained that having so many skinship scenes in one show can be extremely anxiety-inducing. As you can see, even the most legendary kissers don't always enjoy locking lips, so this was his way of telling writers to tone it down a little. This next fact is about Lee Seunghee, who's known for filming action scenes without a stunt double, and sometimes that goes terribly wrong. When he was filming an action scene on the set of You're All Surrounded, he literally got stabbed in his left eye with a fake sword. His eye got all swollen, so of course he had to be rushed to the hospital. Seunghee insisted on going back to set to continue filming, but his doctor advised him against it, and maybe that was for the better. It's become pretty clear that the strangest things happen to actors, but Park Seo-joon's experience with a creepy stalker has to be one of the eeriest experiences yet. Seo-joon revealed that there was a car following him wherever he went. Sometimes this person would arrive at his destined location before he even got there. He also shared that he stopped posting pictures of his family out of fear that something might happen to them, which is unimaginable. Another unbelievable fact is that Lee Soo-hyuk actually had a pretty difficult time landing decent roles. This wouldn't even cross your mind because of how good-looking the guy is. Soo-hyuk explained that he felt there was some sort of prejudice against models who were trying out acting. He shared they were looked down upon, which made it harder to get taken seriously during auditions. He managed to win the casting directors over eventually, but he definitely had a tough time. Next up is the hilarious story of how Hwang Min-hyun got scouted by his label. One day when he was 15, Min-hyun decided to go out with friends to eat chicken skewers. This regular school day took a complete turn when agents suddenly approached him. One thing led to another and he became a trainee. Now he's both a singer and an actor, and none of that would have happened if he didn't decide to eat chicken skewers that day. Now for the last fact, did you know that Song Joong-ki was actually about to become a professional athlete in short track speed skating? That's right. If he hadn't gotten injured, there was a big possibility that he would have never been the famous lead of Vincenzo. He skated for 12 years, but unfortunately his athletic career had to come to an end because of an injury. Funnily enough, one of his first roles was in the drama Triple, where he played the role of a speed skater. Do you have more crazy facts about the industry? Let us know in the comments and we'll talk to you soon!